So we get a lot of guys that come in that want to put like GPS trackers or following their side pieces. And you're sitting there and I'm like, listen, I want to know what she's doing, where she's going. Oh, she's your wife. No, she's not
What
my
a
wife. She's my
loser.
girlfriend. It's this type of thing where, hey, I think my side piece is cheating on me. And you would be like, and I would be like, so, is
Right.
that, no, I want to know, right? And it happens often. I mean, it
Like
happens.
the audacity.
I think my
But if- I
side
feel
piece
like
is
if-
cheating on me.
Yeah,
It's
but
crazy.
Oh,
if
wait,
you want
that's a
to know
whole
that-
new episode.
I think my
I feel like if you want to know that, you're in love with your side piece as well. You have two, like,
Mm.
I don't think you might be in love. You just like,
you're just possessive.
She's yours.
yeah.
Honestly, if that was to happen, if I take that same exact scenario and I fast forward it 25 years, you know what would happen? They'll just be in an open relationship.
And I think it's more, again, like I said, more of a possessive thing. It's like, listen, you're my side piece. You can't go anywhere else, And guys tend to get that way because, first of all, we are dedicating a certain amount of time to them, et cetera, and putting ourselves on the line of possibly getting divorced and everything else or getting caught. And then listen, I'm going through all this work basically in your mind, and then you're stepping out on me anyway, which it should be okay because it's natural, right? I mean, she doesn't technically belong to you, and if she wants to go out, but he may be right. Maybe in this day and age, it might be a little bit more open. It's like, yeah, I'm going to see you and everything else, but I'm also going to do my thing.
I've had many side pieces in my life. I've never been jealous. We actually had open communication about. I think it would be more so different if it was like, oh, you're the only person I'm with, and then I see her doing something else. I'm like, why are you lying? I think that would be the deal breaker for me. But anytime I had a side chick, like she'd tell me that I got a date today. I'd be like, oh, word, well, good luck on your date. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go back home.
Now, the duration of time that you're with her has a little bit to do with it. So if you're with her maybe like a month, 5 months, 6 months, under a year, that might be more flexible. If you've invested more time and we get like this guy into 6 years, and again, people are like, well, why don't you just leave your wife and marry this person? Because I feel like I'm having fun here or I feel comfortable. There's a reason why it's there.
I love them both.
Is that really a side chick?
I was about to say, that just sounds like two different
Yeah, it
relationships.
just sounds like you're not.
Right. So
It
listen,
sounds like you're having a second relationship.
well, listen, there's
It's
been
an affair.
Grown second
there's been
relationship.
extremes, and this was this year in January where we had an investigation where we followed the guy, and the guy had another family.
That's regular though. Not
Another-
regular. It's common.
No, I'm talking.
It's
lock, stock,
common.
and barrel. Other house, other women, other kids. To go around and tell this to somebody and be like, listen, you better sit down because
But my thing is, why are you not? If a man can juggle multiple families, that is the ultimate man. I mean, look, it sounds crazy, but if I can have a family over here, a family over there, a family over there, and I find ways to give them each a good amount of time and provide. You said he had houses in all three.
You just added a third family?
He said he had.
no, I didn't see a third family.
It was just two families?
He's going to the extreme.
Even if you have two families, yo, you know how hard it is with one. I know how hard it is with one family.
So the thing is,
Two.
that's the thing. If
He's
you
a
got
goat.
this extra time and money, why not just be honest about what
I was
it
about
is
to
you-
say, like, I feel like this is only okay if this is an open polyamorous man who has conversations with each of these families that are okay with being in this situation. Saying that this is the ultimate man because he has a secret whole family, like that's not right. And
No, he
we
has the
should not be
capacity to
promoting
do
that.
it. Like the thing is, most men don't even have the capacity to deal with one woman, let alone two families. So if he has the
You
capacity,
can do anything you
to-
put your mind to.
No, you can't, and that's
You
the,
can.
that's the shit that I be
The
saying.
problem is
don't-
if the side family's living better than the main family, then you got a problem.
Why they got the better
that's
house?
the issue.
And why do they got a dog?
Our little town.
But that makes sense though, because you know what? But you know what? Like, do we act like men aren't scared to lose their kids? Like we say all the time, why isn't he just honest? Because he has another family. Because he doesn't want to lose his family that he has over here. He's already committed to one mistake.
No, that's no. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying being honest from the get go, so that that person, the first family, can be like, all right, cool, I'm down with it as long as you keep up X, Y, and Z. But it's the fact that you're lying about it. That's the part I'm saying. Be honest about.
Yeah, but like, you know, you tell the truth, you're gonna lose both. Look, one of my friends, he has okay, I'm not gonna put his name out there. One of my friends, right?
Jaquan.
One of my friends, I actually have no
Tyler.
friends named Jaquan or Tyler.
You said Tyler.
One of my friends, right? But he is also well off financially, right? He was already married, X, Y, and Z. He cheated on his first wife with a woman, and she got pregnant throughout the cheating. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't planned. It wasn't even supposed to be.
It never is.
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be like a serious thing, but it became. He said to her, like he told his first wife, like, "Yo, I got another woman pregnant, blah 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 blah," and she divorced him, right? So he married the girl that he got pregnant. But here's the part that I find stupid, because he still has both of them to this day. He sleeps with both of them, so he spends a night over here, he spends a night over there, and it's like, all right, cool. It's like, so what was the purpose of this whole? He had like a 2-year like breakthrough depression period, right? And I'm like, what was the purpose of it if the outcome was going to be the same? You might as well just kept doing your thing.
But do they know about each other? Does everyone?
Yeah,
know?
they both think that each other is like X'd off, but it's like,
They
no.
don't know.
So
each
they-
other.
But isn't he married though?
Huh?
He's married to the woman that he got.
Yeah.
So she's probably.
So
trying
how
to do
does
the
she
same
not
thing.
know?
Like, she's on some revenge mode, like you did.
Yeah, but
to
this
me,
is
now
like
I'm
been
doing
like
to
this
you.
is years later.
Look.
Like,
We're not gonna do is get poetic. She moved on and it didn't work out, and she found it was better where she was at.
That's not
And
what he
it-
said though.
According to Alan.
I
I'm
mean,
just saying, she filed divorce, right? She's the one
Yeah.
that filed divorce and left him.
this is true.
Why is she still opening her door for him? You think she didn't go out there to look for something else?
No, but what he said is that neither of them, they both think that each other is like no longer in the picture.
Well,
You
realistically,
said X'd out, right?
realistically, his wife thinks that she's
He's
X'd out.
not. And I was about to say, there's no
the
way
baby
that
mom
the
knows that he
ex-wife-
still goes home. Obviously,
Exactly.
you know what I'm
like
saying.
if he's married, she has to know
But
that
I know
he
the
goes
wife-
home to a wife.
But I know the wife currently. I know the wife be like, all right, because he'll go missing for days, right? So it's like,
Not days.
like she like.
You mean
but
a night?
these are people driving around in Rolls
she was
Royces
a
though. They're
home
not.
mistress.
They're not just
Right.
giving shit out. Like
Oh, yeah.
Hold on.
Look,
Wait.
Marie,
She was a whole mistress.
she
okay.
didn't know.
Okay, I'm sure she didn't. She was a whole mistress, and so she already knew what it was. So now, when the way you married him, you already know what it is. So you really expect him to be faithful to you when he couldn't be faithful.
Wait,
to
she
his
didn't know
ex-wife?
she was a
See?
mistress?
Yes, that's the problem.
He didn't know. She didn't know he was married?
If you don't go to that person and say, listen, I'm married, I got a girl, this is the way it is, you're going to spend the rest of your time with this person working to hide from that side and to hide from that side. And these days, you know, it's pretty cut country. Listen, I'm married. You want to step out? You want to hang out? You want to go? Cool with that? And a lot of people's like, fine. At that minute, it's fine. It might get a little bit more complicated after a while. You know, you're in a hotel room. It's 1:00 in the morning. You wake up and you're like, oh shit, I got to go home. You know?
Do you find like it's different when I feel like that is true, and I agree with that if we talk from like a day-to-day average person. But living in the world of social media, I can't tell you. I would estimate at least 3 occasions per month this year I saw where somebody had a side chick that the chick knew about their permanent relationship, but once he either stopped paying money or once he got her mad, she exploited everything. And I feel like it's not the same anymore because of that. It doesn't even matter if you're honest anymore, right? So it's like, even if you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't, right? So I mean, because you're still looking for trouble either way is really what I'm trying to say.
No, you're absolutely right.
Because you're constantly at the. My bad. I don't mean to cut you off.
No.
I feel like
You're at the mercy.
you're at their mercy if you're honest, right? It's like if you're honest, they have that blackmail over you. And if you have a lot to lose, or if you show that you care about your family too much, they will use that against you to manipulate you to do whatever you want them to do.
But that's the cost of doing business.
Yeah.
I mean, like for you,
I mean,
to
you
not-
sign up for it.
I like that.
For you to not take that inherent risk into consideration is wild. Like, will I possibly lose X? Yeah, but let me still do it. Will I possibly lose Y? Yeah, but the street's still calling. But Z, I can't fuck around and lose Z. So it's like you have to weigh the cost benefit. Like you have to do the analysis, and if it's too much, then you got to change directions. Like, and I know you're saying like these men are being, or these people are being held hostage by their sides because they were honest with them and the sides get mad or whatever, you got to charge that shit to the game.
Well, I tell you one thing Esso told me, and I was like, you know what? I didn't think it was true, but then situations in my life happen. I'm like, damn it, you're right. He was like, a woman will cut her own head off just to get back at a man. She will kill herself just to get revenge on a man. I don't think men are going that far, right?
Not to that extreme.
Not to that extreme, but a woman will cut her fucking head off
Maybe
just
my
to
pinky.
just to make you suffer. And it's like, damn. Like, if there was a prison for tire slashing and keying cars, how many women would be locked up right now?
A lot.
Social
Because
media
that's
has a
my
flip
go-to.
side.
I always think about popping tires.
Social media has a flip side to what you're saying, the risk of getting caught. Now, let's think about 15, 20 years ago when you were in a relationship where you were the side piece and they went home and it wasn't visible to you anymore. Now you pick it up, you scroll, and you see that other person's life, their kids, they're at the beach. It's a totally different impact, right? Because you're living the same life, but now it's exposed to you. Let's talk about 20 years ago. People still get shot. There's still robberies and everything else. You had to pick up the newspaper, maybe read it in the bottom line that in St. Louis there was a bank robbery. So it didn't really matter. Now, he goes home 15, 20 years ago. You go onto your life, nothing is there. Now you pick up the phone, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok or whatever. Oh, there he is. Sometimes you didn't even know what the wife looked like or what their kids look like. But now you do. And now you got to deal with that stuff in your face and still accepting and say, you know what? Who cares? And it's not like you're going to like block them out. You're going to look. You're going to be like, today it's like, you're it. You're living their lives through social media. And it's just like, yeah, I wonder what she would think if she saw me. And it's
Ain't nobody tell you be a hoe.
I think that, and that's the thing. I feel like, and this is just my opinion, like being a married man or woman, well, not really woman, but more so man on social media and displaying your marriage is crazy because women will be like, I want that too. And I feel like they don't even care if you're married because if they want something, I feel like they're one of the most persistent creatures ever in history, right? Like they will go and do whatever they gotta do to get what they want. So if she sees this man as this type of way for this family, she's like, I want him. She's going to do whatever's necessary to get him. And I feel like that's crazy. You know what I mean? Like
fueling the fire.
Let me let you in on something. Men do the exact same thing.
I don't think I'm like, wow, she looks so good with her man. I want that life too. Because I know usually
Completely not, Aaron.
How are you going to tell
What
me?
kind of man?
Okay.
Speak on it.
I
We're
mean,
talking
you just
about it.
spoke for women, so I don't understand.
What kind of man's gonna be there looking like, oh my God, she looks so
good with the baby.
He may not process it that way.
I wish I was.
I wish I was him.
Men have that woman that were mad that they messed up and that they got away. Like, do you know how many men that happens to? And it often happens to multiple men with the same woman. I'm telling you, like, y'all, I mean, maybe not you two, but there's 1000% men out there.
Sure there's a couple
They're married
out there.
today. They're married today. And you can call them and they gonna do some fuck shit against their wife.
I mean, that's different.
No. Like, leave their wife.
No,
with you.
I understand, but you're speaking from.
I'm not saying no cheating. I'm saying leave their wife.
Because they feel like they really want to be with you, so they keep up with you.
But they were with you
for a man like that.
No, but wait, they were with them though. What? No, you just stuck on your past. Like, if you really loved a person, or you messed up, or you had the chance, and then you fumbled it, you might kick yourself the rest of your life thinking about it. I understand what you're saying. Like, there are men that do that. What I was speaking about was complete strangers. Like, I never saw or met you a day in my life.
That's a different story.
And you are seeing me hug my girl. She's on the boat. She's on the jet. And you're like, I want that lifestyle too. And you will go ahead, not you, not anybody here, But that
Weird.
some women will go ahead and do whatever it is to get that lifestyle.
That's a person with a personality disorder.
That's
Why
not
are
a
we walking?
Personality
Yeah,
disorder, but I get what you're saying, but I don't think that is very far fetched that a man would think like that. Like, just imagine like a man who literally his whole Instagram is his family, and it's like he posts his wife all the time. He's so proud of like this woman being his wife. So it's just like you can look at his Instagram as he's posting her all the time and be like, yo, his wife is actually like she's fire, and they actually made some pretty fire kids. Like, I wish I would have met her before him. Like. And you kind of imagine this life with this person if you could have been in that position.
Or somebody you always
Listen,
wanted
when I
from
think
college.
about somebody like that, or not think about when I see somebody like that, I don't think about I wish I had kids with them. Like that just didn't even go through my brain. Like having kids.
She's saying a family.
I don't
No,
even
yeah.
I don't want that family either. Like I don't want none of that. Like
all the products are I mean, it's starting with Facebook, which started back. I mean, if you look at some of the statistics
MySpace.
or MySpace, right? Most of the divorces, if you ask, hey, how did this happen? The ball got rolled. Like 30-40% is like, oh, I looked up my old girlfriend on Facebook. It was a big instigator because
Y'all said that
now,
before.
right? I mean, listen, I roll back all the way to AOL, and
Me
I'm
too.
telling you right now, as soon as
instant messenger,
and it's spread because everybody's like
Now roll back to AOL. I got
dial up.
You know,
dial up, Terrell, and you're like, oh, this is great.
I have my
Yeah, this
email is
great for
AOL.
business. No, this is great for
Yeah,
meeting girls. That's what one of the
Wait,
things
say it
was.
again?
It's like a lot of people are like, hey, this is great for business. You could do this, you could do that. And I was like, it's good for meeting girls. You don't have to leave your house. You don't even have to change your clothes. You could just go on there, you know. I mean, it was a lot harder by then. You had an email. It's like, hey, what's up? And get an email back. There wasn't any instant messages. But that's
Wait, there was AIM.
for a while. Well, you're talking AIM for a while.
It was AOL. Then
That
AIM.
was a
I'm talking in the beginning, you know, where it was like to upload a picture was like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it was like
wait. Can I just want to say one thing, y'all.
Don't talk about me.
I needed to send Amanda something the other day, maybe like 2 weeks ago, I guess.
you don't.
No.
She doesn't.
And I said, send me your email address. I was like, are you 75? She has an AOL.com email, not Yahoo, which is almost just as bad.
It is.
She has an AOL.
I think Yahoo is worse.
Yeah, if you
She
had
get it 3
Yahoo
days
back in the
later?
day, I didn't trust you.
Oh,
Did she get it 3 days later? It's like, I
I
sent
get-
you an email.
I get mine right on time. Hello.
I don't know. She didn't respond to like 2 days later, so I don't know.
No, I didn't see your message, but I got the ticket, didn't I?
Yeah.
She sent me a ticket, but I didn't see that she had a message. Because I personally didn't see it, not because it didn't
The
come.
squirrel got tired walking to your house and took a break. And was like, here's your message.
Yo, I
Don't be
remember
doing me like that.
the first time we got a computer in my house and we turned it on, right? And it said, you got mail. I ran out the front door. My mom's like, what the hell are you doing? I was like, it said we had mail. She's like, no, it's the computer. I was like, oh shit, all right, this is new.
People would pick up the phone and the line would drop.
I love
where you were
that. I
trying
used to get
connect.
so
New Jersey
excited
public
for that.
schools, y'all.
Oh.
Now we didn't have this like
New Jersey
1999.
public schools.
I was about to say, no, like back then when you got mail computers, that wasn't in schools.
That was not in school.
No, the fact that
I was 6.
it just went all over y'all's head.
Oh, sorry.
You can't say anything because if you just expose the information that you have, we are going to counteract that shit. No problem. No problem. Hey, I found this. Well, that's because let's go out to eat. And that's it. You know, the whole thing. And you have to have evidence so that when you sling it at him and he knocks it out of the park, you throw another ball at him and eventually he's going to miss.
And let me give you the counter to that.
Nah.
Women don't say shit until you know shit. Not you think. Not
That's
you
the
got a
correct
feeling,
way,
not
but
it's in your stomach. You just got a gut feeling. You need to know for sure. Maybe you might need to hire Ron, but you need to know for sure. So when you ask these questions, where you been, what you doing, X, Y, and Z, you already know the answer. You should never ask. First of all, you should never ask questions to which you don't know the answer. Just
wanted to see if you was gonna lie.
Yeah.
Make it worse.
I just want to know if you got nuts.
You gotta
Are you gonna be
you gotta
honest?
build
You
your
know what
case.
you always do, fellas? When they ask you questions, You ask a question right back.
Okay, he's actually right. That is
Never
a good
answer.
defense mechanism.
Never answer. You need to understand where it's called probing. I need to understand where did your question come from.
Sure.
So then that way you don't have to tell me what evidence you got. I can assume
Yes.
and I can navigate accordingly.
So you're assuming that a woman is going to be naive enough to
Right.
like be confused about your little probing
No,
and
it's not.
realize
It's not-
that you are avoiding answering the question, because I'll pick up on that shit real quick.
Yeah, but
like,
then what
you
happens
did not
is this.
answer any question.
And you know what
I still don't
happens?
have any answers.
We go back. So this is what happens, and that's the thing. You're naive enough to think that that was the plan. The real plan is just to keep on asking questions to stall. Once I get you out of character, we just arguing about a questions that never been answered, and we completely already missed whatever the hell you wanted to talk about.
Brutally true.
So now, all right, cool.
That works for the moment, but my mind never shuts off. I'm always gonna be thinking about it.
Well, I really don't even know it's true.
Fishing. I didn't know until now.
Yeah, until you
Yep.
just sat here and confirmed it with your dumb ass.
In my first marriage,
it.
I knew I was in trouble by the footsteps going up the stairs. Like if I was laying upstairs and I heard, oh fuck, she's coming up with some information. I knew, because you just know a person the way they are, the way they ask you a question. That's not a nonchalant question. That's a probing question, and you get on the defensive. Like, if you're asking like, hey,
How was at Starbucks today?
see that? That's a probing question right there.